Join in. Today we're going to cover a few things on the main screen. We're going to talk about changing your location. I'm going to talk about what some of the data means at the top. I'm going to show you how to add NextRad Radar to the main screen, and then we're going to look at the NextRad Radar viewer in a little more detail. So first of all, if you want to modify your current location, you can just go ahead and click on the image or the text in the first card here at the top, and it's going to bring up a submenu, hit Edit Location. And you can either use your GPS to change the latitude and longitude, or you can search. So we'll do a search here. And notice that it changed the latitude and longitude. After it does that, you can hit the check mark. It'll take a few seconds, but you'll see some text pop up here. At that point, you can hit the back arrow, and all of this data should change. And there it is. If you want to add more locations, or change locations, simply tap on Chicago, and here you can add a location, or if there's multiple, you can select another location. So at the top here, 39 degrees. This in parentheses is the wind chill, which of course may or may not be there. In the summer, you might have a heat index. West at 7 miles per hour is the wind. And then on the second line, here's your dew point at 33, relative humidity 79, your pressure, and your visibility. So if you want to see NextRad Radar on the main screen, go to the submenu here, Settings, hit Home Screen, and then down here, you just hit the plus, and you select NextRad Radar. And then notice it adds it here at the bottom, but usually it's the best if you're going to show this to have it below hazards. So I'll click on NextRad Radar and I'll hit Move Up. And then I'll hit the back arrow to exit. Hit it again. And then we're going to force the data refresh. And there it is. So below the radar, here's your standard 7-day forecast. Now the radar itself here is not very interactive. It's just meant to just give you a quick glance. Hit the lightning icon. And what it's going to do is remember your location from when you started. So in this case, if we do want to show Chicago, there's two ways you can do it. First of all, you can zoom out with a single click and then pan and then do a long press. In other words, just hold down, and then it's going to show you the closest radar sites to where you actually touched. So we'll select Chicago. Now we could have changed it by on the lower right here you see LOT. It's just going to open up a map showing all of the radar sites in the US, including the terminal radars. And so for example, let's select Key West. So it brings up the location, confirm it, and then just tap it again, and there it goes. Now to actually show a different product, just hit the N0Q, and you've got a variety of radar products to choose from. So for example, here's velocity. Let's go back to reflectivity, and I'll show you the animation. Hit the play button, you can select number of frames. We'll do 10. You're going to see the time for the actual individual frames there. And then you can hit the stop button and do something else, or just exit out. A few other things on the main screen. Here's your visible satellite. And then area forecast discussion. But you can, anytime you see text here in the toolbars, you can usually tap on it and bring up a selection. There's different products you can choose from. Also, you can look at the AFD or any of the text products I just showed you for any office in the US just by using the map to navigate to it. And this feature here is a little undeveloped so far. On the Android version, it shows more data if you have certain things configured. But in this case, at least you can see SPC collected storm reports from across the US for that day. And then in the submenu, there's some other things you can get to directly as well. In settings, there's a lot of stuff you can configure. I'll probably go over it in a different video. But that's really all I want to show for this one. Thanks for joining.